Great War, Total War, Combat and Mobilization on the Western Front, 1914 to 1918, edited by Roger Chickering and Stig Förster. This book is a series of essays by renowned scholars in the field. Martin van Creveld wrote on logistics, Dennis Showalter wrote on technology, Helger Holwig wrote on the U-boat war, Neil Ferguson wrote on paying for the war, and there are many, many more essays. Some of the highlights include Holger Alphabach's study of Erich von Falkenhayn's strategy at the Battle of Verdun in 1916. This work made me reassess my views of Falkenhayn and how that epic battle was fought. Specifically, I had always believed that the Germans attacked at Verdun with the sole purpose of pitting more Germans against lesser French and have more Germans standing by the battle's end. This was not the case. In fact, Alphabach brilliantly shows how Falkenhayn's strategy depended on standing still, massive amounts of artillery, and getting the French to attack the German positions, and then the Germans would be able to advance relatively easily. In fact, the problem was not so much with the strategic conception of the battle as Falkenhayn imagined it, so much as it was the failure of lesser commanders who did not understand what their role in the battle was to be. Essentially, the German commanders on the field believed that they needed to press the attack as they had always done, and thus Erich von Falkenhayn's strategy deteriorated into an apocalyptic battle of attrition. Another great essay here is Keith Greaves' piece on Lloyd George and the British ability to transform their munitions industry in order to supply their armies. Finally, I was quite fond of Russell F. Weigley's piece on General Pershing and the American effort in the war. Weigley's portrait of the American general and of the AEF is quite informative and offers considerable food for thought on the American contribution to victory. This book as a whole is very well done, with some of the essays, of course, being better than others. The essays are divided into 6 sections. First of all, you have basic reflections, then you have the changing realities of warfare, then war against non-combatants, then politicians, soldiers, and the problems of unlimited warfare, followed up by mobilizing economies and finance for war, and societies mobilized for war. I was less interested in the last 2 sections generally, though they both contained some enlightening parts. If I were to teach a course on World War I for graduate students, I would absolutely recommend this book. There is simply too much here to ignore, and to have it all in one handy volume is wonderful. This book may be a bit too dense and scholarly for undergraduates or casual readers who prefer straight narrative history, and depending upon their level of academic understanding and interest. For serious students of World War I, however, this book is essential.